Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to do a full face of a makeup revolution. Even though I say full face, I think the only thing I'm missing is a mascara. So I'm going to start with this mattifying primer. Matte and Fix Primer is what it says. So I just started by putting a small bit on my hand, on my finger, rub the two fingertips together, and then I'm just going to start applying it. It comes out like an oil, just so you know. I don't know if it's small, but it goes around a long way. So I don't know if I've taken too much, but that has soaked in anyway. And I'm going to need to take a small bit more for my forehead, so that's what I've put on, just a small bit more. I'm going to work it into my fingertips again. Okay, so that's it for the primer. I don't know if I could say it as mattified or made any difference. I was feeling, my skin was very oily today because I was running around doing a few things. So I will say I think it minimized my pores a little bit under my eyes. So yeah. So now the one I'm most excited for is the foundation, because this is the Revolution Concealer and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in F5. I have the concealer. I'm not sure if I opened this, so give me a second. Okay, I hadn't got it open. I hadn't opened it, so okay. Let's open this side. So this is the Conceal and Define Concealer Foundation. It's in C5. This one has a doe foot applicator. I know a lot of people don't like these because by having to put it on your face, a lot of germs can collect on the doe foot applicator. But I know when this first came out, it was like really hyped up, and everybody was saying it was amazing. So I just really wanted to try it. I think it was like between €7 and €10, somewhere around that. So it wasn't that expensive. So it definitely is a full coverage foundation. It definitely did cover a lot. Um, so right now it's looking like a good foundation to me because it definitely is full coverage and it did a good job. So the next thing I'm going to do is concealer. And the concealer that I'm going to use, again, I didn't open this before I started, so I'm going to have to open it now. Okay, got there at last. The packaging on these things is not easy to open because I'm struggling to open them. This is not going well because I cannot get this open at all. Oh, I got it. Okay, so this is the Prime and Lock eyeshadow primer. So that's not concealer. This is concealer. I just have to figure out how to open it again. Just these scissors. Okay, that worked a bit quicker and faster. I just need to get this tag off. So this is the Fast Base Concealer. Okay, so you twist it and it should come up. Believe it or not, I was trying to have all of my products open before I actually started this video. That hasn't really gone to plan considering there was nothing open. Just not coming out. Oh, it's coming at last. So that's the concealer. This looks very similar to the Maybelline concealer. Maybe that one is a dupe for. So definitely a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to get my concealer brush and just blend this in. Okay, so that's one side blended in. I feel like if you move this too much, it'll actually move the foundation underneath. So tapping motions works better, as well as it might work better with a sponge, but I don't have a sponge right now. I feel like I put too much underneath this eye, so I actually swiped some and put it on my eyelid, just so that there wouldn't be too much and it would blend out a bit easier. Okay, so you can definitely see a big difference with the concealer. I'm just going to go in with my foundation brush just to try and blend it in a bit better. But I definitely feel like if you do too much movement with the concealer, it will move the foundation underneath. So next, I'm gonna go into setting powder, if I can find it. I did have it here. Oh, it's here. I found it. Just have to move everything around to find it. This is the Maybelline setting powder because I didn't have Makeup Revolution setting powder. So the next thing now after setting powder, I'm going to do blush and highlight and bronzer. So this is the Ultra Contour palette, and this is what it looks like. You have like your setting powder and all that in this, because you have your a white setting powder, a yellow setting powder, and then like a peach tone setting powder. Then you have 2 highlights, and then you have 3 contour colors there. So I'm going to take my bronzing brush. I'm going to dip into this shade here. Just going to start here. So it's a very slight contour. So it's nothing too much. It's nothing over the top. It's blend in pretty easily as well. Up to the forehead. So I've done my chin and I applied a little bit to my nose. there we go. And that's the contour done. So then I'm going to do blush and highlight next. And this is the blush and highlight palette. And that's what it looks like. Okay. So I'm gonna take, I might dip into these two here and just use those as my blush. Just gonna use this brush and I'm going to take peach and pink together. Tap off any excess. Then I just apply it to the cheek. I don't know if it's showing up on camera too much, but the pink shade actually has a bit of highlight in it. So I kind of went in more with the peach. So the peach is a really nice shade. I just made that mistake with the pink, mixing it in with the pink because that had highlight in it. So it is a nice blush. Overall, it's just, I didn't stop to think about the pink having glitter highlight in it. So this pink one has more shimmer in it, and it was more, the peach colour here is a more matte, so it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks really nice. It blends with the bronzer as well really nicely. So that's the blush and bronzer done. The next thing I'm going to do is highlight. So I'm just going to take my highlighting brush, which I hope is here. No, it is. So this is my e.l.f. highlighting brush. Yes, it's the e.l.f. highlighting brush. So I'm going to go in with this one up here at the very top. They don't have any names on them. So it's a very natural glow. It's nothing over the top or very exciting really. Okay, so that is it. That is my highlight done. So the next thing that I'm going to go into is eyeshadow. And this is the Velvet Matte Pigment Palette. So it's all neutral shades again, which is exactly what I wanted because I'm not going to use anything else if they're not neutral shades. So this is Fog, Dawn, Milk, Always, and then the red is called Blush, Haze, Ground, Mood, Terracotta, and Panta. Or Panther, sorry. It's a very basic neutrals palette. I'm going to start off with the Terracotta. You know, if you want to, then you can go in with your dark brown colour or this colour into the corners. And then the dark. It's not fully black, but it's more like a khaki colour. And you could use that for eyeliner. So yeah, I'm going to start with terracotta. I'm just going to go into the crease. As I said, they're just very neutral colours. That would be everyday colour that you can use. Okay, so as I was saying, you can go into the darker colour and darken up the edges a bit. So I'm going to go in with the dark colour and just show you how that would look. There you go. It's just to darken up the outer shade a bit, to give you that more bit of depth to your eyes. I will say the first layer, both times when I put it on, it just feels like there's nothing coming up. So that's it. I'm just going to add, I don't think, because this is all mattes, I don't think I'm going to use any of those. But what I think I will do is I will go into the blush palette again and just I'm going to take some of the highlight shade and just stamp that on the cast. Okay, so that is it. That's everything more or less done. I quite like how that has turned out. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lip kit, and it's a matte lip kit. So this is it. It's called Royal. It looks like very dark purpley shade. So I don't know what to expect from this. Straight away I can tell you this is not a colour I would use because it's basically purple. I don't think I'm going to use that because it's not a shade I would ever use and just donate it. So I'm going to use a different one called Worth It. I don't know, this looks purple as well, so that's when I'm just like, I don't wear purple. I can never pull off purple. Okay, this looks a like pinky tone. Just bear with me a second because this isn't open either. I would say the plastic on these, it's so hard to open and get off. Okay. Okay. I don't know if there's anything showing up. I mean, it is showing up. I finally started working, but I'm finding I really have to dig in to get it to work. And I also find like there's pieces like coming off, or it's cracking or something. So I'm gonna go in with a liquid lip, and it's metallic liquid. It's metallic liquid lip. I mean, it's basically purple, and that's not a shade I would use, so I shouldn't have used it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off the top of it, and so I've completely wiped off the top of it, so there shouldn't be any germs left on it now, and that way it's never used. Yeah, this is not a shade I would ever wear, not even during winter or autumn. So the last thing that I have to do is setting spray. Now for setting spray, I have the cooling fixing spray. Cooling fixing spray, lightweight cooling fixing spray to help keep face and eye makeup in place whilst cooling and gently refreshing the skin. Okay, so that's everything. I mean, most of the products worked and most of the products were good. I will say the eyeshadow, the dark shade, it was really hard to show up and quite hard to blend as well. Other than that, everything else pretty much worked, and I just don't like this lip colour. It's not a colour I wear. Feels fine on the lips. I can't say anything bad about it, but I know I won't be keeping it on either. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks guys.